Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a video on this look, and as you can tell by my thumbnail, a bunch of CoverGirl products. So you might have some questions already and are probably like, what is going on with your face right now? So I'm just gonna get right into the video so you can see what happened, and then we'll talk at the end. So I don't see a primer, but I'm gonna go ahead and just prime with my Bare Minerals. This one here, which is my prime time. I absolutely love this stuff, as I've mentioned numerous times in several older videos. I know this isn't a drugstore primer, and I thought about doing a drugstore primer, but here I am, not using the drugstore primer. So in true Rosie fashion, we're going to do eyes first, and they sent me, looks like, eyebrow products here and here. So there's two types of eyebrow products, and then of course the palettes down the middle here, and then we have liners and lashes. I already picked out the shades that I'm going to be using. I hope they're good. Actually, I'm really freaking excited about this one. I'm going to be using this one over this one, but I wanted to show you guys really quick. So this is in the shade, that's what the bottom says. But I wanted to show you guys really quick. So it's basically similar to Benefit's Brow. Like, there's the brush from Benefit and there's the brush from CoverGirl. They're basically identical, and in fact, they're almost the same shade. This is the Gimme Brow in number 6, I think it is. Yes, 6, and then like I said, this is 705. So I think this is the darkest Benefit Brow that's available, and this is the darkest out of the shades for the CoverGirl. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows with this. Let's use this one as well. This is in the shade, this is a Unifine Brow Pencil, also in 705. I like that spoolie on that, and like that's a real good spoolie. And if it's gonna focus, nah, oh well. So I will go ahead, actually. Okay, so they also sent over some concealers. These are the Vitalist Healthy Concealers. I have used these before, and I wasn't a huge fan. They're not terrible. I just felt like they didn't blend too well under my eyes. But I'm going to give them another shot. We'll see how they are this time around. I'm going to clean up my brows with this as usual, and then we'll fix the brows a little bit more. So I think I had a minor panic attack there because there's this little spot in my brow. I don't know if the actual product, but it's not holding any product. Like, it looks almost bald right there. So I don't love my brows today. The product was super pigmented, which is really amazing, but for some reason it's not sticking right here. But this eyebrow looks fine. Moving on, we're gonna go right into the eyes. And they sent these 3 palettes here. So I'm really excited to play with the Katy Cat palettes, to be honest. But I noticed the one that stands out to me the most, which is the center one, of course. Because if you know me, then you know I love colors. So, of course, this one speaks to me. But I don't think there's any matte shades in it, which kind of breaks my heart. I'm going to swatch it really quick because according... Christine would be happy. According to this, like if you look at them, they all look like they have some sort of shift to them, which typically means that it has metallic to it. So I'm going to swatch these shades really quick to see if there's any matte shades. I'm not looking too good, but they're so pretty. Those are the 4 shades from the top. And those 4 are the bottom shades. Like, oh my goodness gracious, that green. I think I have an idea for what I want to do. And last, those 2 bottom shades are the actual kitty cats from the palette. So I am loving all these shades. Like, holy crap, I was not expecting that. This pink right here is the one that looks like it has the most matte to it, along with the black. So I think I'm going to try and pull something off. This smoky one, I have used the other one in the past, so I'm not going to use this one today. I already know I love these type of palettes. I just have never used the Katy Cat palette, so I'm going to use those. This one is kind of a more wearable, everyday one. As you can see, there are definitely mattes in this one. Like, you don't have to question it. There's a matte nude, and then there's a matte gray. I don't know which angle is which. But, and then I think that mauve shade there, mauve, whatever you guys want to call it, is also a matte shade. So I could use both of them, which I might. But the thing is, I don't want you guys to think that you need both palettes to do a look. So I'm going to try and do as much as I can with the colorful palette, so that if you guys were to choose one versus the other, you can only go, you can go with just the one. You know what I'm saying? I'm saving you money here. I'm going to try and go into this pink shade here and over the lid. It does have some like slight shimmer to it, but nothing too insane. And as you can see, it's got some pigment. Okay, girl. Before I forget, this palette sells for $9.99 and it is available now. And then the concealer I use is available in 6 shades and it sells for $6.99. The brow pomade, that's the kicker, is only $8.99. It's available in 4 shades, so that's a dang good price considering the benefit. I think $21. It's not very cheap, so for the equivalent drugstore brand, that's a really good price. It's a fraction of the cost. And the pencil is $6.99. So next I'm going to go into the black, and I'm going to start transitioning that out. Okay, so that black is not blending with the pink quickly. It is blending, it's just taking a little bit. Okay, so that is not a quick blend palette. It's definitely one that you do have to kind of like finesse into each other. And what I did was I took more of the pink here and kind of built it on top of this so it looks a little bit more seamless. You want to make sure that looks blended. Okay, so next I'm going to go into this pretty, like this gorgeous green here and tuck that into the corner. There's fallout. But it's so, like, when it packs on the brush, a lot gets on the brush. So that's a good thing. Blend this out. So the green isn't as pigmented as I want it to be. I did take some building, and like, as you can see, I made a mess of that particular shade, which is the green shade. If it'll focus. So I'm going to take more of that concealer. I realize I really like that it's kind of this applicator here. Like, as you can see, it's just kind of almost like its own brush, which is a good thing, but also a bad thing, because once it gets dirty, you have to kind of rewind a little bit out, like the whole, you know what I'm saying? This is my favorite, like, makeup technique, because I feel like it cleans up any look that you're kind of thinking, oh my gosh, this look is going to hell. Like, no girl, let me fix that for you. This concealer isn't the greatest for the lid. It did amazing cleaning up my brows, but as you can see, it's not really pigmented enough. So while I have this, let's go ahead and just clean it up. Okay, so I'm not sure how I feel about this. Go into this shade, because this shade is really pretty. Like, oof, a lot of stuff is falling. Oh my gosh. This shade is so pretty. I should have just done my entire lid with it. This shade makes the entire palette worth it. Okay, that is so pretty. That changed my mind about the entire palette. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, like, metallic-y fuchsia lilac. Why did I say fuchsia? More like lilac. And pop in that in the inner corner. So let's take a little bit of this one here. I feel like this look is a little bit different, but we're just trying out the products. Next, we're going to go into face. So they sent the Vitaglow, like, tinted lotion. This is like an illuminating one here. And then they sent the powders, which are here. And then they sent the color correctors here, as well as the concealers, which I've already discussed. So we're going to start with the color correctors. And then we are going to actually use the tinted moisturizer, which I think we'll go with the darker one. This is in the shade Sunkissed Soleil. Ooh. Guess you need to shake that. So there's a lot of red in my face. I'm going into the green, which is intended for eliminating redness. So I'm just going to pack that on there and there. This is my problematic side, which is funny because I obviously have to use color corrector to get rid of the acne, which in turn adds more product onto that, like, particular area, which in turn makes my pores more clogged. So that's never fun, but it's okay. So I'm going to take a little bit of the purple and kind of brighten around my lips. and nose area. And then I'll wait to do the yellow to kind of even out the skin tones once this is blended in. So I'm going to wet my beauty blender and I'll be right back. So I added a little bit to my nose. This sells for $10. And it seems to do the trick. I really don't find any bad color corrector. The one bad color corrector that I did find was I didn't like the Physicians Formula one. That was just my personal preference. So this is the new Vitalist Go Glow Tinted Moisturizer. It's like supposed to give you a glow. I'm going to go ahead and use it because it does have a tint to it. And this sells for $8.99. Make sure you shake it. So this isn't meant to be like a full coverage foundation or anything. This is literally a illuminating moisturizer. So, but I figured it would be good base for my skin, kind of to brighten it up, kind of like I used in my last video with the City Color drops. That's what I'm doing here. Essentially, it's just brightening up my skin with a tinted glow. So you can use this alone as well, like without any makeup. But since my skin is problematic, these kinds of things tend to cling to the craters in my face, the scars on my face. You know what I mean. So, next up, I'm really excited for these next ones because I've heard great things about it. And it's the Vitalist Healthy Powder. So I think this is my shade. I'm going to go with medium beige because this seems about right for, you know, my current skin tone. It doesn't look like it has the best yellow undertones to it, but my skin's so unpredictable that I'm kind of gonna go into this blind. It actually comes with a sponge, so we're gonna try that really quick. This reminds me of when I grew up. I had, oh, that's darker than I expected. Oh. It's okay. I used to use this Covergirl powder all the time. It basically was this, except it was older. Like, I bet you I still have a compact. This shade is not my shade, but I'm gonna make it work. I promise you. Okay, so this powder is actually super full coverage and like buildable. So I keep adding on to blend out and it's adding more color. So as you can see, it's not my shade. Let me grab a lighter shade. So there's buff beige as well. And then this one here is classic ivory. These sell for $9. And let me just take the ivory one to brighten up my face a little bit. There we go. Feeling like Snooki right now. Okay, so that's the best I could do. I'm not mad because I went in kind of stupid and assumed. So there are 5 eyeliners here. These are the Get In Line liquid eyeliners. So they're available in 5 shades. So there's a crystal black, a matte black, a bold brown, and a teal crystal, as well as a black crystal. So that's why there's 3 blacks, because there's different formulas. That is what the tip looks like. So super sharp. Make sure you shake them first. So that is what they look like. I don't know if you can see kind of the shimmer in the black one there. But make sure you shake them, because if not, then they look like that one right there. But the matte one, which is this one here, look at how dried down that went. Like, oh, kind of follow that line that I've already created from earlier. Gonna go salvage that. Okay, so that is what that liner looks like. And I really like the liner. I'm sorry for the rest of my face still. I'm gonna use their mascara. This is the Peacock Flare Hydro Fluid. They sent 2 of these, so I hope I love it. We're gonna do one lash first, and then we're gonna see how it looks in comparison. That wand is so unique. Like, the way it is, it's almost, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's tiered, I guess you would say, or it feels very tiered. So my lashes aren't clumping, and they are appearing very wispy. So this is with mascara, this is without. Not a huge difference, but it definitely coats the lashes. Going back into this palette and taking the black shade. Do they even have names? I haven't been saying that. Taking the black shade, and I'm going to go under the lash line. And now I'm going to go back into that green as well and do the same on the lower lash line. Okay, so there is no blush, so I'm going to go ahead and do my blush off camera and pop on some lashes. I'm going to go into my Goddess lashes, which are my Desmond lashes. Okay, so one of the finishing touches, aside from lipstick, is the Vitalist Healthy Glow. These are actually highlighters, and they're available in 6 different shades. Let me see if I can show you all of them. So that is what all 6 shades look like. I think I'm going to use this rose gold here. This is in the number 3. These sell for $8.99, and basically it's just like a liquid highlighter. That is what the inside looks like. And I'm just going to apply it to my cheeks. I love these. I think these are my favorite out of everything aside from the lipsticks. That glow is so freaking pretty. So again, this is one that you can apply with or without foundation. You can just apply it to the apples of your cheek. I did use that powder. I'm kind of feeling a little bit remorseful, I think is the correct term, for the way my face looks. Like, I feel like this video went slowly downhill, and this is why you do not record when you're PMSing. I'm just telling you that. So I'm gonna go ahead and the lips are like, oh my gosh. This is the biggest row out of all of them. There's some on the top as well, and I have no idea what I am doing to my lips today. I almost feel like I want to do a black lip. So these are the 3 darkest shades. There's like a black, a purple, and a berry, I think it is. Let me swatch all 3 of these really quick for you. Okay, so these are just quick swatches. They're in no way indications of how they are. I really like this one on the end, so I think I'm going to go with that one. This is Major Slow Jam. All right. Getting a little bit freaky up in here. These smell so freaking good. I noticed that the other day when I was playing with them. Okay, I'm very surprised it's not as like patchy as most shades this color tend to be, and it hasn't come to a complete dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over it with Katy Perry's the shade Wine Feline to make it look like a little bit of a cherry lip. Okay, so now it looks like black cherry, and I really love it. I actually love these lip glosses, so I don't know what is wrong with me. I don't know who I am, or who I think I am, but I'm becoming a fan of lip gloss. I know, that's so weird. So weird for me to say, but yeah, I kind of actually do not hate lip gloss. And the one I've been using is Cantaloupe. So this is the one I have been using a lot. This has actually stayed in my makeup bag, and I pulled it out just for this video. They are pretty pigmented. Like, let me swatch this one on its own. That is what that looks like on its own. But it's hard to tell what they would look like on naked lips. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in another video. Let me know if you guys want to see that one next, or a full swatch video on the Major Shade Queen Collection. So I can do these first or these first, but one or the other first, because I can't do them both in the same video. I would die. Like, my lips would be non-existent, and I would probably break out more than I already usually do, because that's not what happens to my lips. So I have used this setting powder. I don't love it 100%, but I'm gonna go ahead and try it with the actual makeup. Oh, that's weird. It smells normal. The first time I smelled it, it smelled like alcohol, but this time it smells like the I want to say Neutrogena makeup removing wipes. Like, what the hell? I actually like it. What the frick? This is the same one, right? That's weird. Like, the last time I used it, it smelled like alcohol so bad. Maybe I just didn't mix it well enough, but it actually smells decent this time. That's really, really weird, because I wasn't a huge fan the first time, and I'm not lying right now. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get ready off camera. How do you feel about that? I'm 2 different colors, I know. I'm going to go and change, and I'll be right back. And we're back. So, as you guys can tell by the video, it's not so much the look, it's more the foundation. Which realistically wasn't a foundation to begin with. It is just more of a powder, and I think because I used an illuminating glow, and you know, it just It wasn't smart on my part, and not to mention I used the wrong shade. So I used medium beige. That's definitely not my skin tone. So if you are on my channel because you looked at my like my skin type, you know, looks and everything, then don't go with the medium beige. Trust me, the buff beige might have been a little bit more better. A little bit better. But I goofed this video, so forgive me. I mean, I don't hate it. It doesn't... Actually, kind of takes away from the whole look. I mean, it doesn't look as bad in person, but from what I can see on the monitor, it definitely looks worse than it should look. And I did go over it with the classic ivory, and that seemed to help it a little bit, but nobody wants to buy two different powders. So, let's go over the package. Okay, so this is the box, and it's falling. I'm out of breath. Give me a second. So this is the box, and it has 3 drawers. It says eyes, skin, and lips. And then the top part, so the top part says, Covergirl, I am what I make up. And it has, oh Lord, I'm gonna drop it again. So the top part has lip glosses. It did have a monitor, but it keeps playing when I open it, so I had to remove it. I'm trying. I'm really struggling with this box. The top lip layer has lips, which include the Kitty Cat lip gloss and then the Queen collection, I believe what it's called. The middle section is eyes, which has the Kitty Cat eyeshadow palettes and the smoky palette. And then it has the eyeliners, the mascara, the brow products. So we'll talk about the brow products in a second. And in the bottom drawer, it has the color corrector, the illuminating lotion, and the powders, as well as the concealers. So I'm gonna go ahead and break it down for you, what I liked, what I didn't like. So I loved the eyeshadow palette. It was a little bit difficult to work with. So I mean, if you don't have patience and you're not a very good blender, you don't like to blend, then it's probably not the best palette for you. Not that particular one. I can guarantee you the other palette that I did not use, that I opted not to use, is going to be like 10 times better than the one I use, because as I mentioned in the beginning, it doesn't have transition or matte shades. This one was just full on color. So I did work the pink into the black, which actually created kind of a really pretty purple, as you can see. And then I went down to the green, and I also use the shimmer, whatever you call that shade there, as well as this one. So I was able to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades from the palette. And I love the eye look. I really love the eye look. I went with a lighter eyeliner. The eyeliners are really good. You just have to shake them. So I love the eyeliner. I love the eyeshadow palette. These are my Desmond lashes. Don't forget to buy them. But as for the eyebrow products, so what's really funny is they're so pigmented and so creamy as far as the pomades go. But for some reason, this little part of my eyebrow is not taking product. So that's really weird, because usually, I mean, my brows suck usually, but they don't suck this much. So I'm really upset about that part. The pencil was great. The pencil was so phenomenal. If you're like on the go quick, I want to get it done. But because I have such dark eyebrows, it would have taken a lot of building. So they were really good to line it, and then I went over with the pomade, so that was pretty good. This eyebrow is not as bad as this one. The powder is where I had the problem. I like the Vitalist Pro Glow, and I actually think this is going to be pretty good for like the chest area as well. It's just a subtle glow, almost like, I guess you would say, a self tanner, but that's kind of what it looks like on the chest. And then I went over with a powder, which was stupid because, like I said, the powder was not my shade, and it kind of started to slowly tear apart the look, if you know what I mean. Like when one thing falls apart, things just tend to fall apart back to back. I didn't love the way my face started to look. The highlight though, this Vitalist Glow highlight, these sell for $8.99. Oh my god, I'm so in love with that glow. And it just applied so nicely. Like, usually when I use kind of like those cream highlighters, they cling to the texture of my face. And I hate that. Absolutely hate this. And what I love about this is you can't even tell that it's a cream highlighter. So that's a bomb cream highlighter. Okay, in my opinion. They tend to really latch on to whatever foundation, whatever setting powder I use. And this one, let's be real, the powder I use over the lotion was not the best. Because I was caking it on, it wasn't the best, again, foundation. So the fact that this looks this good over the powder that I used, I'm pretty damn impressed. Also sell for $8.99. And then of course the lip products. Come on. I went with a dark lip because I felt like if I went with a red or I went with a pink or I went with a nude, it will look kind of funny with this eye. I mean, actually, probably a nude lip would have looked just as good, but that's not my style. So here's the lip I went with. I went with one of each, and I freaking love this lip. Like, this reminds me of I used Weirdo from Jeffree Star, and I use Black Metal Dahlia from OCC Cosmetics, which is a lip tar, which unfortunately I'm so sad to, that they're no longer on OCC Cosmetics. And I would use that over it, and it just made the prettiest, like, most gorgeous shade ever. And that's how I feel about this shade here. Like, this is just so vampy, almost sexy. Like, can I say sexy? It looks bomb. Like, this would look so good with just a regular black wing. I'm all for it. The sharks are about to play, so I'm about to be distracted, and I'm probably going to end this video here. But thank you so much to Covergirl. Like, this was sent to me as PR, and if you watched my story when I received it, I was just so overwhelmed. It's still crazy that this is my life, and these are the things I'm sent. And I grew up on Covergirl. Like, that powder, I grew up with the older version, like the blue compact. I know you know what I'm talking about. And then there was a green compact as well, like different textures. Yeah, that was like my go-to. I always had that. I was always putting. They had a different sponge back then. It was more like an actual sponge, not that type of. Anyways, but yeah, that was my childhood right there. So the fact that I received a Covergirl PR package, I know you guys are probably seeing videos kind of circling YouTube because there was quite a few influencers, micro influencers, because we all have under 100,000 receiving this package. So it's kind of a big deal for us. It's a big deal for me, which is why I want to do more videos. So if you want to see the Kitty Cat lip gloss, let me know down below. Or if you want to see the Queen collection, let me know down below. I will do both videos, honestly. I would love to do both videos because you guys know I love swatch videos. But let me know which one you want to see first. If you want me to do the other palette as well, the other Katy palette, y'all know I'm here for that. Like, if you want me to just do an Instagram video on that one, I'll do that as well. But I wanted to do something different, like I said, with this palette because I have a feeling that not very many people were using it. So here I am. Once again, this was all gifted to me. I think almost everything. Everything but maybe two things in this video was sent to me as PR from Covergirl. So it was free, full disclosure. I was not paid to do this video. This video is not sponsored. I just have to disclose that it was sent to me free for PR. These are my genuine thoughts. I was so shocked about this, okay? I'm gonna keep trying it because my first impression, I didn't like the way it smelled, and this time when I sprayed it, it doesn't smell like alcohol. So, I mean, like I mentioned in that last video, I'm gonna link that video down below. Alcohol is a second ingredient. So I didn't have a problem with it setting my makeup when I used it originally. It actually worked just fine. It was just the smell that really turned me off from it. But for some freaking reason, I don't know if I just didn't shake it the last time, which I'm starting to think I just didn't because it smells just fine. Like, there are some things in here that I already had, so I will probably throw those in with my next giveaway. So keep an eye out for those. I think that's where I'm going to end this video. I hope you liked this video. If you didn't like this video, please just walk away, pretend it did not happen. Those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel. I had a couple of you guys find me either from makeup groups or just old subscribers or followers that like refound me. I welcome back. I appreciate you coming back. I appreciate you still liking my content. So here I am. But if you're not following me on social networks, go and follow me. I'll link them all down below. My Instagram is RLQ.Rosie, which is short for Running Lipstick Queen. We are not doing Bloomsday this year, which is actually this Sunday. I'm really sad about it, because Jesse and I are moving. I'm putting it off because that trip is actually like a $300 to $400 trip, which we can't afford at this moment because that's half of our deposit on our new place. So yeah, I can't wait to do a tour / one. I'll probably set up my beauty room. I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, I'm done. I'm rambling at this point. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.